think it's pretty safe to say that if you have a car, this area is not for you unless you want to pay a monthly parking fee at one of these parking lots. I've been driving around in circles for about 20 minutes now, just trying to find a parking spot so I can start looking around the area, show you guys the area before we go into the apartment, and then show you the apartment. But right now, we're spending a lot of time just driving in circles, so keep that in mind. If you're gonna live in this area, this is gonna be one of those areas where you keep your car parked for a long time, like until you visit family or something, and do most of your travel by bus or by train. All right, I think I might have gotten the spot. Let's read the signs here. It says, all right, so no standing that way, metered parking this way. So I just gotta grab a ticket really quick. All right, we got the ticket. Boom. That'll give us about 2 hours. If you do have a car and you're gonna park on the streets where there's metered parking, they're literally charging $4 an hour to park on the street here. But all right, now let's go check out the area. So there's actually a whole lot of places to eat within a 1 block radius. First contester here is Chirpin' Chicken, right in the corner. I used to eat here a lot when I was younger. Really good chicken, really good burgers, stuff like that. Right across the street, we actually have a pizzeria and restaurant, which is called San Mateo's. The apartment building's right over there. And directly across the street, we have Anita Gelatos. We have a whole bunch of gelato stuff. We have Japanese cuisine, 16 handles frozen yogurt, and BurgerFi. If you're the type of person that doesn't like to make your own breakfast, you got a bagel shop right across the street also. And then not too far from it, you got your classic Starbucks coffee. Not only do you have a Rite Aid, but right across the street, you also have a Duane Reade, and they're both open 24 hours, so that's extremely convenient. Right around the corner, you got a comic strip live, where they have comedy shows and they have drinks. Cool place to take your friends when they come over. All right, we're heading to the apartment now, and I will say this. Most of these places you have to eat outdoors, and it is brick. As you can see, I'm Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer right now. My nose is super red. So that's definitely a downfall, but let's check out the apartment. Now this is the front door right here. Right below it, you got a place called Designer Revival where they sell vintage clothing. Literally 2 doors down, you've got a gentleman's resale spot. So pretty much both vintage stuff. If you're looking to save some money on some nice old clothes, this is where you're gonna go. Then right next to it, they got a flower shop for the girlfriend, for the mom. Let's take a step in right now, let's look. All right, time to look at the building. You know what, I had to jimmy it. There we go. Wow, it literally smells like my grandma's old building. I miss that smell. All right, let's find out. Here we go. Alright, time to take a serious look at this apartment. Alright, so right when I walk in, first thing that I notice is the exposed brick all throughout the living space. You have 3 windows to get some lighting with. And this is supposed to be a micro studio, but to be honest, this is actually a pretty good size. One thing I will say, this email is taking a really long time to send, so LTE is not too good here, so if you do move here, you definitely need some Wi-Fi. If you do want to use the LTE while you're in this apartment, you need to come directly to this window. In case you don't want to give people the Wi-Fi password, this is where they have to go to text their friends or send emails. So, first thing I want to talk about is this interesting tiny kitchen. You've got your small built-in microwave. I'm talking like small. Like you can literally only fit a cereal bowl in there, or maybe those mini paper plates. But you definitely can't fit your turkey in there. You do have a 4-burner stove, but it's really small. I wouldn't host Thanksgiving here. Now in a lot of other small studios like this, you won't have much counter space. Like notice right here in this area, you don't have much counter space. But then they actually built a little bit of an island here, so you have a lot more counter space. And then on top of that, you could throw some seats right here for a little breakfast table. So the kitchen's really not that bad. And on top of that, you can even place a table in this little area here in front of the window. That could be your table for dining. And this window right here, although it faces the middle of some buildings, still gets some decent light. And look just how big this window is. And there's an ample amount of space here to fit the table and also be able to walk by to get into the kitchen and walk by to get into the bathroom. So it looks like the area between the kitchen and this wall here is 6 feet by 10 inches. Now, last thing I want to talk about when it comes to this kitchen is this fridge. Look at this. This is one of the reasons why I chose to call this a micro studio. This fridge is literally micro. This is where you're gonna be keeping all your groceries, all your microwavables, and all those severed body parts. Another thing I'll say is that there's definitely a good amount of cabinet space in this kitchen. Let's see if they're slow closing. All right, definitely not. So the living space from this wall to the 2 windows is 11 feet by 11 inches. And then from this brick wall over to the opposite wall. Comes out to 11 feet and 8 inches. Now before I actually show you the living space, consider the fact that it's 11.11 by 11.8 and it's only $14.25. This is an incredibly insane price. Now let me show you the living space. Now as you can see, you're definitely lacking a little bit of light over by the radiator, but you could just throw a lamp right there. And whenever the sun is beaming this way, it's gonna come from 2 windows. You can easily fit a queen size bed in the corner here by this window. And if you ever wanna be ballsy and open up this gate right here, you can actually access the fire escape. And on this fire escape, you can throw some plants, or you can hang out and smoke, whatever you want to do. Above the 2 closets, you actually have a huge space here for storage. If you want to put some bins, some clothes, and then you can throw some paintings in front of it. Now, if I was about 4 years younger, I'd probably hop up there and get the measurements for you, but I think I'm gonna pass. Now, coming over to this area here, you have 2 double door closets, one on each side before you enter the bathroom. And I think it's safe to say you can't open both at the same time. Because if you do, you'll literally be trapping yourself in here. Both of the closets are a pretty decent size, nothing too crazy. If it's not enough space, you can throw a couple wardrobes in your studio. Now, let's talk about this bathroom. Look at these vanity lights. That's some real classic stuff right there. And this mirror is pretty big. I'd say the toilet here is a little crammed. It's a little odd here, right next to the sink like that. But you got an armrest. The tub is nothing to die for, but it's definitely a pretty decent sized bathtub. And unlike many bathrooms in New York City, if you're here in the shower, you'll notice that there's actually a window in the bathroom. So if you ever have any murderers in your apartment and you've trapped yourself in the bathroom, this is the way out. And we can't miss the shower head. Shower head's nothing too impressive, but go on Amazon, you can get a really nice one that lights up for 20 bucks. Also can't forget this. Whenever you're sitting here on the toilet, you can heat up your feet and your legs using this right here. Whoa. Okay, maybe not. One question you guys might be asking, for this small studio, how many outlets are there? So we're gonna count each one in the living space. You got one here, one under each window, and then one in the middle of the room. So maybe instead of putting your bed on this side, you can put your bed on this side, because I know that a lot of you use your phone at night when you're laying on your bed and you want to be able to charge it. Now this apartment is definitely a steal. You're on the Upper East Side, right by 2nd Avenue, and you're on East 81st Street. The living space is a great size for you to be comfortable and even have some guests over. There's 3 different windows. Although one faces the middle of some buildings, you could still get a lot of light through these windows. There's 2 closets, a good amount of counter space. You got a decent sized kitchen. The bathroom is definitely a bathroom. And one last thing I'll mention is you actually have some storage space above the 2 closets before you walk into the bathroom. And you're getting all of this on Upper East Side for $14.25 a month. There's no special fees, no broker fees or anything like that. If you like videos like this and you want to see more like this, or you want to see more apartments in different areas, like this video, definitely subscribe and comment below what areas you'd like me to show apartments in and what kind of apartments. I literally have access to over 800 apartments right now. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Boom!